Hey, okay, let's address first. US vlog is going to continue after this. I'm sitting on the floor for you guys because the lighting is so bad, so I have to sit on the floor. Say thank you. That's what I thought. Okay, the nausea explains my appearance, even though it's so cool and effortless and sexy. And today what we're going to be doing, and then we'll go through my favorite, you can't see what it says, well essentially it says Vogue covers, and it goes from late 19th century. However, I'm going to start in the 40s because before then they were mostly like drawings, which is cool and all, but I want to like really capture and think about the composition of photograph and how they structured the outfits, how the models were posing, how the writing was. You see, also in the 40s, something that I noticed in the 40s, the fonts of Vogue started to like stay the same, because before, which I really like, but I think it's a marketing technique. Actually, I know it's a marketing technique, but I really liked it because prior to the 40s, they got more experimental with how they wrote in Vogue. As you can see, it's not all in one consistent font, but you'll see later on it becomes all one font. There is this cover that I really like how they wrote Vogue. This one, with jewelry. It's a Christmas cover, December 1939. Do you know what happened in 1939? The war started, World War II. Boom! And this becomes a history lesson. I have some thoughts. Okay, so I really like this one, the green one. It's interesting, the green tint that they used. I wonder like what was the thinking behind that. Like the red of the lips and the red of the nails. I really do like that subtle red. Interesting. Anyways, another one that I really like is this big one over here. It's interesting how they use the proportions, as you can see, how she's lying down. Yeah, I find that really interesting. I'm trying to find another word, but interesting way of posing and of arranging the pose. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot that I really like. This, so cool. I like that bottom one. Ugh. Again, a very unique way. How do I write Vogue though? You see a font. They're getting really creative with the poses, which I appreciate, that you don't see as much now. So you can see that it's also getting, because now it's post World War II. If you know something about post World War II, Truman sent all the women back to the kitchen. Anyway, housewife culture came back in. Nuclear family was what everybody was obsessed with, and this is reflected here as all the women are very housewifey with their clothing, very feminine. And if I compare to, let's say, the 1941 cover, it's literally a woman boarding a plane. But all of these covers is very housewife. As you can see from the clothing, like, let's read what it says. Program for summer: have a cool wardrobe, keep a cool house. You see? And serve a cool dinner. Very housewife slogans. I need to finish what I'm saying because I don't. Summer fashion, notes on summer decoration, like decor, housewifey. Also, it's very consumerist. But I was like, oh yeah, Basma, it's a given, it's Vogue, it's a magazine. It's a form of marketing to pitch more consumption, to advertise more products. This is really grounding. Such a good setup. This is like the perfect setup. This is a really good setup. Again, so much red. However, I've also wanted to comment on conservatism. Too much conservative, except like this one is 1949. You won't be able to read it, but it's 1949. However, this one is 1942. This one over there is 1946, so it's not too scandalous, but again, however, this one is 1948, which is like, that's interesting. It's also late. You see, there's conservatism, and you can see the movement towards a conservative to a more, late 1940s was the start of what? Second wave feminism. I was not going to say third. Second wave feminism. So it's interesting. Late 1940s is more like, not conservative. However, let's read the late 1940s text. They have to say, college issue. Young fashion, young pieces for the smart gal in and out of college. And that's 1948. Oh. Also wanted to come on this. The male gaze. Okay. A lot of stuff are for men. Fashion for a man's eyes. 30 hats to please the man. It's like, stand up. Obsessed. I really love this. Creative. It's so minimalistic. But this one's, it's really interesting because it says dual service for the Red Cross. But all of them, it's like, this is both in 1945. 2 months apart. Which is interesting because, guys, my back really hurts. So I'm sorry if I'm not going to be facing you. I'm going to be doing this. This is so crazy. Guys, I'm so nauseous. I need you filming this in my photo booth. Guys, what the fuck? I'm so nauseous. Ooh. 44 cover. No face. I mean, the others, like this fish cover, which I'm not going to show you because it's a decorating issue. Interesting, but there's still no face. Now there's a lot of face. Yeah, I loved it. Oh my god, I'm so obsessed with their creativity. You don't see this anymore. I'm obsessed with like the use of light. Here, I'm obsessed with that. I'm obsessed with this, the proportioning for this, like the hat. It's like intriguing. We're gonna see. Should I do a subtle foreshadow? You can see that by the end it's the same thing in the 21st century. Ooh, she's wearing pants. 1949. Lots of red. Lots of red. It's 1949, 1947, 1946, all late 1940s. The faces of these are not people you would know, because I really don't like the fact that it's people you would know. Yes, given they all look the same, i.e. white, blue eyes, blonde most of the time, with a few exceptions. Don't give them that. But apart from that, I've never heard of these people, mostly because I wasn't there in the 40s. I don't know if the system of modeling in the 40s was that different. It's different for sure, but I like the choice of models and how they don't use known figures. Also, men not appear once. It's interesting also for the college edition, which is this one, which says college fashion. They're not facing the camera. However, for the Christmas one, which is this one, she's facing straight at the camera. And for the accessory jewels and furs, sorry, another college issue. But guess what? I'm not facing the camera. Yeah, not facing the camera for college issue. But all facing the camera for like hats and furs and whatnot. We're going into the 50s. I've been doing some flicking through the 50s. They love red. They love red. Oh, and how they love red. So you can see throughout the 50s, they do get more maximalist with it. You see, this obviously is early 50s. However, this late 50s. Wait, no. 2 ones. Also, I've seen a man on the cover. Also, talk a lot about dieting in like lately. Skim milk diet, psychological diet, surprise diet. They want the woman to lose weight, and there you go, a man over there. College editions tend to have the woman not facing the camera. I feel like this psychologically, the position I'm sat in is not good because I'm not facing the camera, and I feel like it's gonna reinforce the fact that I do not care and whatever. But guys, I just want to lean my back against something, and I also want to give you good lighting. Okay, I'm literally giving you a horrendous side profile because my bun is bad. Okay, did somebody not tell you I'm in my luteal phase? 60s. Now this is what we're gonna get. All you need is love. JFK and Jackie bring the White House to life until he's dead. So we are seeing more text in the covers, which I quite liked. The lack of text, like just stuff that, you know, provokes a bit, but I don't need everything written out. And also, I don't need names. I don't like the fact that they put names. They're like, Sandra Bullock's in the cover. I don't really care. Right. Oh, there was this one cover. They highlighted one, red and money. I love how they highlighted one because it's such an individualistic culture in America. One Nation as well. Yeah, red. It's very patriotic color, but I'm really interested in red in the sense of also the Cold War was happening at the same time, and the Soviet Union had the red flag. Dare I say they use less red in the 60s, which I would say I'm quite correct. It's like a really interesting headwear because it looks trapped. She looks trapped. I'm obsessed with whatever this is, like literally obsessed. Let me show it to you guys. I'm so tired. Obsessed. I don't like how it's so similar to each other, as you can see. Very patriotic, as you can see. This one, very interesting. Full body because it's early 60s, but very interesting. I quite like it. But it's interesting how the woman is not centered. Not too much now. She can't have too much power, can she now? Oh, again, early 60s we see more full body, whereas late 60s we see more face. Guess which are the early 60s? 70s. The 70s, early 70s at least, I did not like. Yeah, just face. That looks exactly like, it's a photo of Lauren Hutton, but it looks exactly like the woman from Kristen, I forgot her name. It looks exactly like the woman from The Good Place. This one. I didn't like it, guys. I just didn't have any fingers. We get into the 80s. 80s, they got really experimental with it, which I appreciate. Face. Late 80s, they showed more full body, which I appreciate. Too much writing. Men, the New Bimbos, November 1988. I really like it. I like the jumper. I like the hair. I like the nonchalant. She didn't pose for anything. Okay, now we're going to 90s. Now we see celebrities and we see more promiscuous stuff. As you can see, none of these really rock my boat in any way. Very standard photos. October 1992. I like the outfit. I like how she is placed. Poses are boring. Getting more promiscuous, as I said. Let me take a read. Soft romantic. Na na na. Sexy shoe. Na na na. Like best bathing suit, and it's this woman in a bikini. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying how the culture is changing. As you can see, a lot in the 90s, it's print sexy, simplicity, sexy satin. They love that. Do you want to say anything else? I don't like where it's going. Pages are boring, too much word, font. Okay, this is my least favorite era. There is no creativity with the photograph. Like, if we go when back in the day when they worked with the lighting, and it's like weird, and I've never seen something. I think it happened a lot in the 60s, like that transition. But look, we played with lighting and whatnot. I find something that does that. It's like there's a stark difference, like this, and then you go this. It's like, ugh. I literally cannot like pick out one that I really like. It's actually crazy. I skipped to what, 2010s now. So commercial. Okay, that's that. Oh my gosh, I need to poo.